We'll talk about that.
It's quite poor. Hi and welcome to the channel. My name is Ian, and you may have seen that recently at Swappable in Germany, Teenage Engineering launched their first two field products. One was the TX6, the ridiculously small mixer for just under £1,200, £11.99 I think it is. I've already seen it, it's got problems with inputs being too close together. And secondly, the OP1 Field for just under £2,000.
This is an introduction to OP1 Field, portable synthesizer by Teenage Engineering. OP1 Field has a frame made in aluminum and a low-profile keyboard. Turn it on by flipping the power switch to the up position.
Now you can of course buy the original OP1 for £1,400, but according to Teenage Engineering, the new Field is 100 times better. But is it really? I know that some of the Teenage Engineering accessories are poorly designed and overpriced. Take the OP1 case. It's rubbish. Let's have a look. Here is the original OP1 portable carrying case for my OP1. Now I must say, I absolutely love the OP1, but more about that in later. And when you put said OP1 in carrying case, it constantly slides out. No matter where you are, you push it in, when you arrive at where you want to be, it's in your case, it will have slid out of the actual case or moved, nearly dropped it. Now that case was nearly £100, £90, so very poor design, Teenage Engineering. So let's have a look at what Teenage Engineering say are some of the 100 things that make the Field so much better than the original. 1. The new low profile aluminium body. Doesn't really make it better. This is aluminium, a little thinner. This is 12 millimeters, so you know, all right, I'm not including the knobs, but I don't see why that's such a big thing. Number 2 is the high resolution flush display. I haven't actually seen the OP1 Field, so can't really be sure, but actually the original display is great. So maybe we've got an internal and FM aerial. All right, you don't have to buy the external aerial, which I did and don't use very much. And then we're on to our first proper upgrade, which is the 8 swappable tapes for recording. Now, you could argue that the problem with the original OP1 is that it only ever was able to record one project at a time, and it was limited to 6 minutes. I don't know whether the new OP1 Field is still limited to 6 minutes, and I'm not seeing anywhere that they've extended that. To be fair, they should do. But to have 8 swappable tape projects is definitely an improvement. They've also included 4 different tape styles, which is quite nice, along with a load of new drum kit packs and the new reverb effect Mother. Now, the old reverb effect for me was really good. Spring, love it. Okay, there's also a new synth engine, Dimension. I have to say that these sort of things should have been offered as an update to existing OP1 users. They may well be in the future, but they're not at the moment. And we've got a brand new speaker with a passive radiator. The speaker's rubbish anyway. I don't expect the new speaker will be that much better. It's always better on headphones. We have iPhone USB MIDI and audio connectivity. Okay, battery life has been increased to 24 hours. I've never found the battery life on this a problem. Slimmer and sleeker profile. We've already said that before in your stuff. New colour scheme, big deal. Dual Velcro on the back. Oh my god, I do miss my Velcro. 20 new patches, synth patches. Again, these could have been an automatic update for the old one, and Bluetooth low energy for wireless MIDI. That is an improvement. They also stereo mix down from synth and drum to stereo tape tracks. I always thought it did everything in stereo, but apparently it doesn't. Okay, improved drum envelope for better transient control. And drum sample stacking. Okay, that's fine. It's also apparently got improved tape looping and a stereo synth sample engine. There's already one in there. I don't know whether they've improved on that. And now it has over 160 minutes of sample storage, which it has always been a bit limited on how long the samples can be, really. And I do know I've actually used third-party pieces of software to get samples in and out of the OP1. They've included a built-in user guide. Whoopie-doo. Shouldn't they have done that from day one, really? They say that they have improved the built-in microphone. I've not used the built-in microphone very much, to be honest. I would be more inclined to use an external mic in. But if they say that's improved, okay. I'm sure some people will find that particularly useful. They've got a new range of custom accessories which will cost you an arm and a leg. I certainly know that the case for it is about £80, I think. You can now get up to 500 user patches. I don't know how many this one had, but that was never an issue for me, because what I would tend to do is I'd work on a project, I would do what I needed to do, and then I would save patches and store them off the OP1. And because you can always re-import them quite easily. Here's a killer for you. Detailed country settings for radio. Why is that better than this? I just don't get that at all, really. Detailed country settings. Well, we'll have to wait and see on that one. That wouldn't make me go out and buy it. They have increased the internal memory to 250 megabits. You could argue that really that's not enough. Some of the other things, we've got a new factory sequencer set of presets. Okay, that could be an update to the existing ones, probably. New fonts, okay. A new form factor. I think it looks very much similar to the original form factor. New whole sequencer. Okay, there's a whole sequencer in here. New keyboard module. None of these things actually, I think, are really selling it. New packaging, for instance. What's that all about? New sketch image. Sketch is quite a fun little thing, and okay. But I do think that Teenage Engineering, when they say there are 100 things that it's 100 times better than the original, they really are clutching at straws. There is things like a new brightness control. That's very nice. And it's fine to have improved the stereo capabilities of the OP1, but actually, when this thing came out, it was originally about £800. Then it's leapt up and it's now £1,400. You would expect it to be stereo and everything to be stereo for that sort of price, really. So it just begs the question, is the OP1 Field worth it? Well, the answer is no, of course not. You can get some amazing synthesizers for £2,000. But what you've got to remember is that Teenage Engineering is a design company first and foremost. Will it sell? I'm sure lots of people who can afford it will be wanting to add it. Mine lives on my bookshelf as a piece of art when I'm not using it. It is, from a design point of view, it's brilliant. And why they called it Field? When I first saw that, I thought, are they adding some fantastic field recording device into it? No, it's just marketing. So if you consider the OP1 as a brilliant designed piece of art, then for £2,000, go and buy one. If not, I would look elsewhere, really. I do know that a lot of the forums are very, very upset by the price tag, but what did they expect? It's Teenage Engineering. You know, everything that Teenage Engineering do, apart from the pocket operators, which were very, very good value, but not my sort of thing, has been top dollar, really. You know, it's even been said that they have outdone Apple, and that's saying something. Anyway, so tell me your thoughts down below. If you like what I do, subscribe, and you can always ding that little bell if you want to be notified when I post new videos. And thanks very much for watching, and go and play with your OP1 if you've got one.